Hello there everybody and welcome back to part 11 of my Megaman Legends Let's Play. Head to the Enclosure Woods subgate.
Ready to go, Megaman?
God, you know, it feels like just yesterday I uploaded part 10. You know, because how time works. And trying to play some catch up. But now that I'm here in the Enclosure Woods, I do need to switch to the Grand Grenade so that I can break open that wall that I talked about beforehand. There's like a false floor that you need to blow up so that you can go up a floor and continue through the dungeon or ruins, whatever. And I do a really stupid thing here where I'm again like on my full rapid equips because of the balloon fantasy run, and it takes me a moment. I think I go through the first room and then I'm like, oh yeah, I had like the laser equip that I bought that increases my attack by 4, and then all these other things that make the power go up.
I've never seen a sight like this before. There's a big pit in the middle and I can't get in. Megaman? Are you okay? Can you see a door somewhere?
No, I don't see the giant door.
Not that one. The door behind you.
I don't know why you would. You're like, do you see a door somewhere? It's like I see multiple doors. You need to tell me which one.
I can't get any readings of that room, Megaman. My monitor's completely blank. Take a look around and let me know what you see.
I am very curious what the Diggers support would see when they look at something like this.
My guess the power's out in that room. Can you see a switch anywhere?
I don't see any switches, but there's some writing here. Let's see. It says Operations Room 2. Emergency system activation requires direct password input from Eden, or the insertion of 3 level 2 or higher prototype Anthro unit ID cards.
What's a prototype Anthro unit? I've never heard of that before. Well, whatever that is, you need 3 ID cards, right? If we're lucky, you'll be able to find them inside there.
It's alright, Mega Man. Big words are hard. You never went to school. Barrel didn't let you. They just sent you off to go digging. And this is where it's very evident that I'm still using my little pea shooter shots that are very rapid but don't deal any damage. Because there are 3 of these guys in here, and they take a good amount of damage to take down. It's the issue with 3D games that is still a thing. Circle scraping. Just run in circles and fire or attack whatever the heck you're fighting. And they will not keep up with you so long as the tracking is not absolute BS. Kind of off topic for this, but I've been thinking a lot about my D&D campaign lately, and I even decided to, I don't know if I'd call it splurging on getting myself the 5th ed book finally. I've had the older editions for so long, but I've never even looked at 5th ed. I think we played 4th ed for a very short period of time when it came out, but no one was really into that. We've been playing 3.5 ed basically ever since that came out. We've been playing D&D in general for 17 years now. But I was planning on writing my current campaign in Pathfinder. I mean, I'm working on the story right now, so the addition doesn't really matter until I start getting down to the mechanics of things. But, you know, bouncing a lot of story ideas off of people. I don't particularly want to say them on here, just in case someone I would be playing with is going to watch this well before I finish writing and drawing the maps for that campaign. I've just heard a lot of decent things about 5th edition. I used to have the 1st edition books because my oldest brother had left those when he moved out forever ago. But those eventually, like the glue just started coming apart. Anytime you picked up the books, pages would fall out. It was also a stack of like 20 of them, which I was surprised by for 1st edition. But those just ended up getting thrown out at some point because those bugs that eat glue were obviously in there. I do have 2nd edition books. We played that for quite a while. You know, before 3.5, I'm pretty sure we basically heard that 3rd edition was a complete flop, like way too easy to break, and so we skipped that one when it came out. The campaign we were playing at the time was entirely written for 2nd edition, and we played. Oh, what the heck is? It's like the modern thing where you can get like mechanical upgrades to your body and stuff. I don't remember what it's called. Was it D20 Modern? Something like that? It's been a long time since we played that one too. But generally my group has settled on 3.5. And I picked up Pathfinder because I just heard it's essentially a more fixed version of 3.5, because we've been playing it for so long, we can still break it. And I'm not sure if any of us have really looked at 5th edition yet, but I've heard it's quote-unquote the best one since 2nd edition, is what I've been reading a lot of.
I'll go back to that control room once I've found the others.
But you know, like a lot of 3.5 and just a lot of D&D campaigns for the most part. Anything that isn't like D20 Modern or specifically meant to be futuristic. It was going to be somewhat medieval, but I also wanted to have cannons, and I wanted to have some
Maybe you'll be able to find the generator
some
somewhere in
decent
there.
way of introducing like small flintlock weapons, maybe even like a flintlock rifle, just like elegantly place it in there somehow, not pushing it on my players. I don't expect the players to do much with something I'm going to be like the rules would probably have it take forever to reload. You know, accuracy would be a huge issue with basically firing like the balls that you would typically have in old guns instead of how the bullets have they're made to be a projectile. And I have been introduced to rules for Pathfinder for guns. It's something where I would hope I'd be able to make a scenario where they get like an NPC for helping them with something, where like a rifle kind of thing would be nice, like a long range. You need to take care of something and you can't just run up there and do it. You hope for one of those crits, because I saw that in the Pathfinder rules, critting with a rifle deals ×4 damage, which I guess I can understand. It's a rifle, and a crit is either going to be like a headshot, an artery, or the heart kind of thing.
That looks like the generator you've been looking for. Can you get it to work? All right! You should be able to get the elevator to work now.
But I'm also hoping that along with the campaign we played in 2nd Ed, which we literally played for like 5 years, meeting up every single weekend, and sometimes playing for the full weekend, like showing up to the DM's house at Friday at 5 p.m. and not leaving until Sunday at some point, just like sleeping in the living room and living off of Totino's pizzas because I was a fucking teenager. But I do want to make my campaign fairly long term in that kind of way too, not just be like a year long where we meet up frequently, but like something that they'd feel really attached to their characters with, and really attached to some of the NPCs I would have reoccurring in the game. And I realize I've almost been completely ignoring what's going on in Megaman Legends right now. I found I think it was the Antique Bell and that ancient book. I believe one of those, or both of them, is for the lady who was painting the picture, who I could have told to get some talent. You take them to her in the museum, and she would put them on display. I'm not entirely sure if you could really get anything from that. If you do, it's only if you turn in like every single thing that you can possibly turn into her, and then you probably get a part for the most overpowered weapon in the game. And you'll see that I also just got the target sensor, which goes into, I believe, a buster part that increases your range dramatically. And this is that room that you need the Grand Grenade for. If you remember these guys from the very, very beginning of the game, they're kind of buffed up here, and there's 3 of them, I believe, on the ceiling. 3 of them. I absolutely hate how thin this area is when they're just dropping mines like that on you, and all I can do is run around and hold down the target button. And unlike Megaman Legends 2, you cannot move while targeting. So if you have to move, you just kind of have to not be firing at them anymore, because you're not going to hit them while they're on the ceiling if you're not targeting them. Just gotta get close enough to blast this guy in the butt and kill the eyes. And then roll will finally tell me if there is something weird.
Megaman, I'm seeing something funny on my monitor. It looks like there's a false wall or something. There's probably a secret room in there.
It's not particularly a false wall, it just looks like a piece of the floor that had been breaking from up there. Yeah, that's what the Grand Grenade's for. If you didn't bring it with you, then you'd have to go back outside, get the Grand Grenade, and then come back in.
Hey, Megaman. Have you ever wondered where the Reaverbots came from? I mean, who made them, and why? You know, we go around doing digs all over the place, but is it right? It's almost like stealing. Megaman! I'm picking up 3 Reaverbots close by. Watch out!
Oh no, it's the doggos. There is a cheese strat I have seen for this, where apparently they have this really, really weird AI where if you aren't looking at them, they can't attack you, they can only run towards you. So if you go up to the door and angle your camera in a particular way so that you can't see them, they will literally just like get directly behind you, but they won't attack you at all. And then I see people just throw grenades at the wall and instantly kill all of the dogs, because once they're on you, and they're behind you, and I don't think they get knocked back if you can't see them as well. So there's this really odd AI thing going on there that I don't think I've ever heard of until I saw someone
I'm not picking
speedrun
up
this
any more
boss.
Reaverbot signals. I think it's safe.
And now we get to get the last And those dogs will also later be normal enemies that you find in hallways. And you'll notice that we're also in the room with the generator. For some reason, we're way above the generator still. Makes the third ID card. And so now we can start making our way back out of here and up to the top so that we can put the 3 ID cards in that computer, or whatever the heck that scanning thing is for the ID cards. I don't particularly care about these guys now, because what, more than any, they're just kind of in the way. And I almost always forget there is a guy directly in front of you as you leave those doors, because it's kind of a dick move. Okay, I forgot which side had the elevator back up. Because I remember I came out of one of those doors on the platform earlier. Door's not here. I'm gonna go across. Screw you guys, I'm getting out of here. Check out the one room that I hadn't been to yet. I don't think I realized there was a door over here earlier. But, there's like 2 or 3 holes in these walls to get items. And what I get? The telelens, which I believe is the thing that you use with the sensor I got earlier to make that buster part. You can see that it says that they still see me, even though they're on the other side of the door. And because they see me, I can shoot them through the door. That third one doesn't know I'm back here. I'm gonna kill him for his money. Delicious, delicious money. And now we get to head back to the room for the ID cards. I guess I do make a small mistake here. I thought that when I put the ID cards in, it would immediately take me away from this area, which is not the case. I don't know why I thought that. But when I put the ID cards in, it'll start a cutscene. And yeah, for some reason I just thought that the cutscene would immediately take me into the next part. So I went into here to prepare for what is after the cutscene. Go into the R&D room so I can change my weapon. And do a safety save. I guess I kind of mistakenly put on the grenade arm, but it's only mistakenly because I thought I could use it for the first part of what is coming up next, and the range on it is not quite far enough. Mega Man does not pitch those grenades as far as I remember him pitching them. And you can see that I'm almost at 5 hours. I believe that there is a thing. I believe, and I don't remember if it is true. You unlock easy mode. Yeah, you unlock easy mode. I do remember this by beating the game in under 3 or 5 hours. I mean, you can. The thing is that you can skip all of the cutscenes. You can skip all the cutscenes, and for the most part, you can just run through so many things that I assume it wouldn't be that hard to speedrun it like that. You just wouldn't. If you're playing the game for the first time, of course, you wouldn't know what in the heck is going on at all.
This is it. Once I'm inside the main gate, we should be able to figure out why the Reaver bots activated like that. But how come I can read these ancient letters?
So the main gate is finally unlocked, and with that we are getting towards the end of the game. And we are also at the end of this part. So, hope I see you guys in part 12.